Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and here we are with our Week 5 NFL picks. How did you do last week? Well, let's take a look at how we did. Well, I just want to say, if you look at last week's video on what I did about the NFL, I said the 49ers would win, and they did. Holy cow. And I gotta tell you, the 49ers are better with Jimmy G at quarterback than the other guy. They're better. They play better. And their defense played a whole lot better. And that's just the way it is. Sometimes it's more than just what the one person does. It's the effect on the team. And whoo-wee, 49ers played wonderful. That interception return for touchdown was a thing of beauty. And no offense to that other team, there was 3 other times could have been intercepted. And I mean 3 easy ones. But there's a reason they're linebackers. I was a linebacker. I couldn't catch a ball. My life depended on me because that was not my job. And I know everyone beats him. Oh, he wants that back. No! We're not there to catch the ball. Well, sometimes we catch it, but for the most part, we're there to get that quarterback and everyone else that's coming our way, and that's what we want to do. So, interceptions, well, that's a cherry on top. Don't expect it. So, recap, Week 4. Week 4 was not too bad. I did get 10 correct. The Baltimore game, Buffalo-Baltimore, Jim Harbaugh blew it. Cost him the game. Plain and simple. Simple. That should have been a win. Bears blew it against the Giants. It was, I don't even want to talk about it. That's my team. What is wrong with the Bears? I don't quite understand, and this has been going on for a good 10 or 11 years now. And it doesn't matter who the coach is. They seem to do this all the time. They should have beat the Giants. They should have. But you know what? Giants are 3-1. You got to give them their due. They've only lost 1 game, and they're going into not there yet. Then we are so we got 10 correct, and I really liked how Kansas City played, and I really liked how Las Vegas played. I really did. But it's time for Bear Coffee. Coffee from the Chicago Bears. Woo! Let me tell you, it's a rarity. And if you can get some, let's just, you hang on to that. But don't stick it in a cupboard. It's there to consume. Just like my 1972 Glenross someone gave me. And I drank it all. And everyone goes, but it's worth so much. And I'm like, it was tasty. Best scotch I ever had. So let's get to the picks. It's Week 5 and I've been rambling on, and we're starting off with the Thursday game. And as I said last week, Thursday is about recovery. Period. The NFL should ban Thursday games. I get Thanksgiving, okay? Give them a bye before the Thursday game so they've fully recovered. And then, of course, they don't play another 10 days. You don't get the injuries. That's how Thanksgiving works in the NFL. Not these Thursday games all the time. So we've got the Colts going into the Broncos. And, well, I'm going to take the Broncos because it's a home game. But it's Thursday. Please, please, please understand. Whatever everyone says is going to happen is not going to happen. It's Thursday. It's about recovery. Who recovered best? Okay? And I'm going to give it to the Broncos because the Colts played the Titans. So I'm gonna give it to the Broncos. I'm gonna say the Broncos are gonna win. Not taking it on Sports Select. We got the Giants going into. Just lost my breakfast. New England should have beat the Packers. You know it. Where's my salsa? Where's the real hot salsa? I made some ghost pepper salsa. Got to get that out. Get the juices going. New England, you should have beat the Packers. Absolutely. Giants are 3-1. We got to give them their due. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something absolutely crazy that I wouldn't normally do in this situation because it is a home game for the Packers, and they are very good at home. I know I don't like the team at all, and I always get a loss. But you know what? I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to take the Giants because a friend of mine's a Giants fan. And he's just like, hey, I beat you Bears. Woohoo! And he was like, couldn't believe it. So, well, you know what? Let's ride the train. I'm going to take the Giants. Then we got the Steelers going into the Bills. And I got to tell you right now that if all the predictions are true, there is no way the Steelers can win this game. The Bills are the superior team in every way. So I'm going to take the Bills because it's a home game. But as the Steelers proved on the weekend, they're not that good of a team. They got some pieces. But anyways, taking the Bills. Then we got the Chargers and the Browns. And the Browns, I got to tell you, are the craziest team in the NFL. That's all I got to say. I don't understand anything that they're doing. I cannot figure it out. They had a pretty good team. And I personally think the ownership and the general manager has screwed the team up royally. Absolutely royally. So I'm going to take the Chargers. Chargers are not that good, even though everyone thinks they are. Texans going into the Jaguars. This is like, could the Jaguars actually win this game? They can. Can they actually put it together? They can. Can the Texans pull this out? Absolutely. But I'm going to take the Jaguars. It's a pick'em game, honestly. It's pick'em. Bears going to the Vikings, and because I'm a Bear fan, I'm taking the Bears. I'm not taking this on my Sports Select ticket because, like I said, the Bears could go 0-16, but I'll pick them to win every one of those games. And when they're 0-15, if they win the next game, I think they're going to the Super Bowl because I'm a Bear fan. And yeah, sometimes I will go against the Bears because I think, this, that, and the other thing. But I'm going to take the Bears. The Lions going into the Patriots. The Patriots should have won last weekend. Terrible that they didn't. They lost in overtime. But I'm going to take them at home. Lions, Patriots. Then we got the Seahawks going to the Saints. And everyone's going to take the Seahawks because of how they played last week. And I'm taking the Saints. And you know why I'm taking the Saints? Well, I'll tell you why I'm taking the Saints. I think the Saints are a better team. And it's a home game. So I'm going to take the Saints. They play really well at home, even when they have a bad team. Dolphins going into the Jets. And with all the injuries that the Dolphins had on Thursday night, everyone will be picking the Jets because the Jets won. And no way I'm taking the Dolphins. I think their defense is far better than what everyone gives them credit for. Falcons going into the Buccaneers, and the Kansas City Chiefs made the Buccaneers look like a high school team. I have the Buccaneers on the year 8-8. Well, they play that extra game now, so 8-8. 9-8. Miss the playoffs. But I'm going to take the Bucs on this game. They're 2-2. I'm going to take the Bucs. We got the Titans going into the Commanders, and I'm going to take the Titans. Carson Wentz is the most sacked quarterback in the first 4 weeks. And if you're going to let your quarterback get banged around like that, it means the Commanders don't care about their quarterback. And Titans have a very good defense. So I'm taking the Titans. 49ers, Panthers. Once again, 49ers are playing the way they used to play because Jimmy G is back. And if they play that way, they win. Period. And it doesn't matter how much they win by. So I'm taking the 49ers. Eagles, Cardinals. Everyone's talking about the Eagles. Like I said a couple of weeks ago, I think they're the surprise team. Could be absolutely the surprise team. Cardinals are not playing that well, even though they're, on paper, a really good team. But I'm going to take the Eagles. I'm going to ride the train. Come on, Eagle fans. And we got that other team I don't like to mention, so I'm not going to mention going into the Rams, and I'm taking the Rams. Even though, with the injuries they have, and the fact that they can't throw the ball to anybody else but one guy, Cowboys will destroy them. But it's a home game for the Rams. It really isn't a home game because they share the stadium with somebody else. I mean, that's just the weirdest thing ever. But I'm going to take the Rams. It's a pick'em game, though. I'm taking the Rams. Then we got the Bengals going into the Ravens, and the Ravens lost because Jim Harbaugh made a mistake as a coach. Once again, these coaches are doing stuff I have no understanding. Absolutely not. They would have won the game. If they, anyways, doesn't matter. It's over. They lost. It was a tie. Took his time on my sports select. It was the only one I got right out of all the games. So I'm happy about that. Got the other 5 wrong. Raiders versus the Chiefs. This is going to be an excellent game. The Raiders right now should be 4-0, but they are not. They are 1-3. And the Chiefs really showed how they could play. And it's a home game. So who's going to win? I personally think the Chiefs are going to win this game, but it's going to be far closer than what you think. And the Raiders might have it. Might not. Might have it. Might not. Might not. Chiefs. So those are my picks. How many right will I get this week? Well, I got 10 right last week. Only 6 the week before. 11 the week before that. So maybe this will be a 2-win week. Because you got to remember, this is the NFL. I don't care how much you know, where it goes, what's going on. The sun could be like this on Sunday, and the stars, and boom, the other teams win. It's just how it is. On Sports Select, for all you Canadians out there that like to play Sports Select, $2 a week, no more. And it's going to be very interesting on how many ties you're going to take. Unlike the previous week ties, if you played the ties right, you could really have cleaned up. Very hard to do when you're picking 6 games. So thank you for tuning in. I hope you like my NFL recap and picks of week 5. This is where the season really starts. This is where it really matters. Starting week 5. Because they just do not play during the preseason anymore. So they need them 4 weeks to get going. And you can now see the difference between the teams that are good, the teams that are almost good. Because I got to tell you, when someone says someone's a bad team, it does not take much to turn it into a good team and just a little bit more, and now it's a great team. So thanks again, and have yourself a wonderful weekend. Go Bears, go, or whatever team you're rooting for, go, your team go, and be loyal, enjoy it, and I'll see you in the future.